So in this question here, we've got a sample space set up where x is the numbers from 1 to 5, and the probability x equals x is n over 1, n over 2, n over 3, in terms of basically n over x. So our PDF here, probability x equals x, is n over x for x is 1 to 5, and 0 otherwise. Now that's an important fact which I'll explain to you in one moment. What we want to do here is calculate n. So what we should get is that n plus 1 plus n plus 2 plus n plus 3 plus n plus 4 plus n plus 5. That should be 1 if it's a valid PDF. Now, as x is only 1 to 5 and 0 otherwise, without this we couldn't be 100% sure that's our only way of writing this distribution. So what we want is the sum of all the x's, the probability x equals x, that should total 1. So with that as a fact, with this PDF and this sample space, let's try and find n by using that fact. So we should have n over 1 plus n over 2 plus n over 3 plus n over 4 plus n over 5 equals 1. So if we can solve for n from there, we can turn this into a valid PDF and know what that value of n is. So as n is common in all of these terms, let's just factor it out. So then we replace where we see an n or a multiple of n with just whatever that is. So n here is the same in all of them, so we just replace the n with a 1. So 1 over 1 plus 1 over 2, 1 over 3, 1 over 4, 1 over 5. So what we want to do is work out this sum and then multiply both sides by the reciprocal. So let's see if we can do this in our head. So nice little fraction here. So we've got n times this equals 1. Now we've got a common denominator here. If we multiply them all through, 5 fours are 20, times 3 is 60, times 2 is 120. We can do that or keep it at 60. I'm just going to use the 120. Seems pretty straightforward. So then calculate all these fractions as if they had denominator 120. So then we've got 120 plus 60 plus 40 plus 30 and plus 5s into 120 go 24. Okay, so 120, 180, 220, 250, 274. So n 274 over 120 equals 1. So then multiply both sides by the reciprocal. So then n would be 120 over 274. Now I'm sure we can simplify that because for a start off they're both even numbers. So then we would have 60 over 137. And 137, that's a prime number, so we know we've found our limit there. So n equals 60 over 137. So then we can rewrite our PDF if we wish, which is n over x, as 60 over 137x. So in which case we could rewrite all of these where n is just whatever the value of x is. So then we've got 60 over 137. Here we've got n and then divide it by 2. So then we'd have 30 over 137. When x is 3, divide this by 3, we'd have 20 over 137. And here divide by 4. 4s will go into that. That's 15 over 137. And when x is 5, divide this by 5, we could have 12 over 137. So if we add all of those numbers up, it should come to 137 over 137, which is 1. So quick check of that, 60, 90, 110, 125, 137. So then we are happy that n is 60 over 137, and we can submit that as our answer. Okay.